87 podcast show. Tonight's show is brought to you by Organ Grinder Pizza on 82nd Avenue, which is no longer there. Ant goes off for 45 points. He's the third Blazer in a decade to score 45 points or more. The other is CJ McCollum and Damian Lillard. The shorthanded Blazers, without Josh Hart, without Damian Lillard, beat the Utah Jazz. And let's go to Bo Deezy and discuss tonight's game. Bo Deezy, we're back, better than ever. I took the Laker game off. I had to go to San Francisco, which I'm glad I did. Got to listen to national media on the way up, and it was a lot. Phoenix Suns and Boston were in basically the whole talk most of the way, with player of the month, coach of the month, both Celtics and Suns. But it was nice to hear Shaedon Sharp's dunk got into the conversation of one of the best dunks of the year. Now, I pose you this. A lot of the commentators said Joe Cronin got that pick right. Is that right to say it off of a dunk that he got a lottery pick right?
That's how impressive the Springs are. I guess so, for a guy who hasn't kept up with them the whole time. But yeah, it seems to be the popular sentiment right now. And, why not?
Also, tonight's game reminded me a little bit of last year. We saw Greg Brown. A new addition Walker was out there, next man up. So those guys were used to playing together. Now, I think they relied a little heavily on Ant in his 45 points. I saw a great first half, great second or third quarter kind of went down there. And did you see Grant pick it up after that?
Yeah, absolutely. Did Grant finish with almost 30 tonight? I did not see the box score.
33
tonight. I don't think I've ever seen a Blazer game anyway. I've seen games happen where the whole offense is just give it to one guy and just go. And he missed a couple in that stretch, but for a long time during the second period, it was just get him the ball and let him go. Longer than you usually see that kind of thing. Feeding the hot hand is pretty commonplace, but this was excessive tonight. I kind of liked it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, me too. It looked like he was in a awesome groove. Then Grant caught up. Nurk had a double-double. But like I said, Watford stepped up. It looked like last year's Blazers, only with better weapons. And they survived. They survived Utah. Utah's 14-12. They're the media. I'm finding like the media finds week to week something to talk about. It was the Blazers at one point. It was the Utah Jazz at one point. But Utah's stuck in there at 14-12. They're not that team that's blowing it up like I guess they trying to get the number one pick, but it doesn't look that way. We'll see. They stuck in there with a young team and they beat them. They got the job done. Dame's coming back tomorrow, correct?
Tomorrow's what the report is.
He was kind of dressed like he was ready to go tonight.
Yeah, he was taking shots, putting them up for the game, and looked ready to go. You also have to remember that Dame went to school in Utah, so this was a bit of a homecoming for him, and gearing up before that second game of a back-to-back. It's going to be fun to watch him tomorrow.
Yeah, I can't wait to see him back on the court, see if it makes a difference. As far as because they were just starting to learn how to play together, the big three and Ant and Grant and Simons and Grant.
So during this last couple games or this last stretch that Dame's been out, you've seen huge performances from Grant, you've seen huge performances from Ant, and Dame is capable of these huge performances. So this has got to be awful scary to a lot of the other teams. Now, it hasn't happened yet, and it hasn't gelled, and of course its potential is there. We haven't really seen it, but it's got to be scary knowing that these three guys could put up 100 points between the three of them.
That's a real big three right there. It's been amazing to see just a little bit of it, and hopefully we get to see it for the rest of the season. We got the Utah feed. What did you see in Utah?
Utah is a fun place to play basketball. Definitely home court advantage for Utah. But Buddy the Elf made an appearance. He was in the second row behind one of the baskets. I don't know if you saw the gentleman wearing the Buddy the Elf outfit, but he looked very good. Also, what I saw was the amazing Sleddick was the halftime performer during the halftime. He climbed about 14 chairs, balanced on them, and threw them all off with the assistance of the Jazz mascot. later on during the fourth quarter, the T-shirt gun came out with the Jazz mascot shooting T-shirts to the crowd, and Sledek also got a chance to use that T-shirt gun. So that's what I saw in Utah tonight.
Only in Utah. To wrap it up, any final thoughts on tonight's game and looking forward to Dame's return?
Absolutely. It should be fun when Dame comes back, and we get to do it here in a few hours. So we'll turn this thing around. We'll get some rest. We'll get a shoot around in, me and you, before the next game, and we'll fire up the microphones and go again.
Excellent. All right, Bo Dizzy, we'll talk to you tomorrow. Listen to Ant talk about his 45 points.
And after dropping 45 points, it was fitting that you got the final stop, that block on Jordan Clarkson. Can you take us through that play?
Nah, we didn't allow no threes, and he had the ball in front of me, so I just tried to make a play before he got the shot up. So I was able to get my hand on it at the perfect time, and it worked out for us.
Yeah, you were getting really any shot you wanted tonight. What were you seeing from their defense?
You know, they was playing off with the big, so I was able to tackle them and get going a little bit, and just start to, set the tone early by being aggressive and letting my teammates know that I'm here with them, and we're going to come out here and get a win. So, that was my mindset coming to the game.
And how crucial were those Yusuf Nurkic screens?
No, Nurkic's one of the best screeners, if not the best screener in the NBA. So we're very, very happy to have him. He just affects the game in so many ways. So we appreciate him for, getting us open, and we return the favor by getting to him in the post as well. So
how good does it feel to head home with the dub?
I feel great. We needed this one. We needed a good feeling coming out of the road trip, and I'm glad we got it.
Nice job tonight.
Thank you.
All right, that's our show for tonight. Dame comes back versus the Pacers. Can't wait to see it. I'll see you tomorrow afternoon on the 77 Podcast Show. Good night, everybody.